Can you describe your childhood or any events that led up to the events that you did?
When I was younger, I used to like it to play the guitar and write my own songs. And when I think about it, my dad being very violent towards me and abusing me probably played a role in it.
What is your highest level of education? Did you graduate college or pass high school?
I dropped out of high school in 1971 and then joined the Air Force where I was successful, but I was heavily addicted to alcohol and then used marijuana and LSD.
Can you describe us your work history?
Well, after I dropped out of high school in 1971, I joined the Air Force where I was successful for a short period of time. And after that, I became a drifter, and my money came from robbing small stores like Winn-Dixie.
Prior to the murders, did you have a healthy social life? Were you married or have many friends?
I didn't have that healthy of a social life because I was in the military for most of my life, and most of my friends were in the military. However, after the military, I met my wife, Omather Halco, who I married in 1974, and a year later, I had my daughter, Kylie.
Can you explain your first kill and who the victims were?
The victims of my first kill were the Grissom family, family of three, a father, a daughter, and his grandson. I killed them the night after I was fired from my job at a restaurant.
Where did you select them and where did this happen?
Well, I saw Julie Grissom, the daughter, at Dillard's before, and the reason I selected them is I couldn't bear seeing a family that happy, and I committed the murder at their house.
What was your motivation to kill the people, and how many would you say you admit to killing?
My motivation came behind my repressed anger from when my father mentally and physically abused me when I was younger. And I really went out after I was fired from my job at the restaurant, and I admit to killing 8 people.
Many killers leave a signature thing at a crime scene. Do you know if you used one and what it was?
I didn't use the signature thing necessarily, but the bodies of the victims I used were my signature. I would prop them up in certain positions. The first time I did this was with the Grissom family that I murdered, and the reason I did this was mostly because I felt like I needed to have a sense of control.
How were you eventually captured, and what evidence led to your capture?
I was captured by Ocala police when I was just trying to rob a small market, as I did years before the murders. And I was captured using DNA from a tooth that I had removed by one of the prison dentists, and that was eventually used to match the DNA in my murders.
Did you stand trial or did you take a plea bargain? And also, were you sentenced to life or death?
I stood trial. I didn't get a plea bargain, and I was sentenced to death. My execution time being October 25th, 2006, where I was killed by lethal injection.